YouTube, this is Crystal and I am back again, and today marks week 13 for me, and I am happy to report that things are actually going pretty good. On my last video I was kind of worried about getting that feel last week and not knowing whether or not I'll be able to get foods down and that whole shebang, and not wanting to be miserable when it came time for me to eat. And but things are actually going pretty good, I have to say. Although I have had some stuck episodes, I must admit that. I'm not saying that it's been perfect, but it's been better. The stuck episodes that I've had have actually been my fault. The reason why they're my fault is because I was rushing when I was eating. I wasn't chewing my food up enough, and I was taking like huge bites, and I know it. And right after I would take the bite, I would say, oh, this is not gonna go good, and I knew it, and it would get stuck. And so I've had a few stuck episodes, but they have been my own fault. And so I guess I'm right back into the phase of trying to reteach myself how to eat again, with having this additional feel, because I pretty much gotten everything together when I was at 4.8 cc's. You know, I had it all down pat. I knew, you know, how much I needed to chew and be able to actually get it down. And so now I'm having to learn how to eat all again at the 5.4 cc's. And I guess this will be an ongoing thing as I continue to get feels, you know, if I continue to get feels, if I need them, you know. So I guess my thought was that if I gave myself some time at 4.8 cc's, that would prepare me for the next months to come, when I would get a feel and I would know how to eat. But I guess the way I'm looking at it right now at this point is, even if I had have done that, I still would have had to reteach myself, you know, how to eat at having 5.4 cc's as opposed to 4.8 cc's, because there's definitely a difference, and I can tell. The other thing that I wanted to mention was, I also at one point I was asking you guys, what is restriction? I have no idea what restriction is, and can somebody help me? Because I actually thought restriction was pretty much about you not being able to eat certain foods, and you not being able to get foods down. Well, I guess that's the same thing. So pretty much I thought restriction was not being able to eat certain foods because you would get stuck or whatever. And so that's what I thought restriction was. And the way restriction has been defined to me by my doctor is that restriction is when you can go 4 to 5 hours without being hungry, you know, between meals. You know, so after I eat, you know, lunch, I could go 4 or 5 hours without being hungry before, you know, I would, you know, before my next meal or whatever. And so if that is the technical term of restriction, then I have restriction. I am definitely not constant. I'm definitely not thinking about food all the time like I used to, where I would eat and then a couple hours later, you know, I would be hungry again. I'm not there anymore. I have gone days where I've pretty much gone all day up until dinner almost sometimes without eating something. Or if I did eat something, like in the mornings, it would be something small, you know, something not that big, like a banana or the little Special K cereal bars, you know, something small, not anything major. And that would pretty much hold me over for quite some time until I wasn't eating until dinner time again. And so I realized that's not good, because I need to get my protein in. And so I'm having to make sure that I make myself eat, because I need to get in my protein. And if I'm going that long without eating, then that means I'm not getting the protein that I need, because at dinner time, I know good and well I'm not eating 40 to 60 grams of protein in just one meal. It's not happening. So I have to make sure that I'm eating things throughout the day, even if I'm not hungry, but just something that has some protein in it, so I can at least get to having 40 to 60 grams of protein in my daily diet or whatever, nutrition. And so that's where I'm at with that. The other thing that I wanted to discuss is actually it happened on yesterday. I kept feeling like I had something in the back of my throat, and like when I would kind of like, I don't know what's the right way. I guess gurgle it up or gag it up. It wasn't coughing. It was kind of like kind of almost like when you burp type thing or whatever. Anyhow, well, what was happening was that it was just foam, like spit almost. Well, spit, but it was like this white foamy stuff, and it just kept coming up, and I just had to keep spitting. And I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that, but I definitely did. And like when I would try to drink something to try to get it down, it just, all it did was made me foam even more. Like I had to keep spitting even more because it just, I don't know, it was very weird. So I don't know what that is about or what it's from or what caused it. But if you guys have experienced a similar situation as myself, please let me know. And if you figured out why it happened and what caused it and what it's from, please let me know, because I'm kind of in this confused, weirded out state about it because it never happened to me before. And so trying to understand what's that all about. Also, I did make it to the gym 5 days this week, and which I will post that at the end of this video. And I just want to let you guys know, when I first started working out, I was running 15 minutes in total, but it wasn't 15 minutes straight. What I would do, I broke it up into 5-minute increments. So I would run for 5 minutes, and then I would rest for 2 minutes, run for 5, rest for 2, run for 5, until I got to a whole total of 15 minutes. And I was doing that at like maybe I think a 4.2 or 4.4 speed or something like that. Well, I am happy to let you guys know that I am running 15 minutes flat at a 5.0 or 5.2 speed, depending upon how much energy I have. And then I'll rest for 2 minutes, and then I run for another 5 minutes, and then I'll walk the rest out. And so I'm very happy about that, because I feel like I'm getting back to the point before when I would be able to run 30 minutes straight on the treadmill at like a 7.5 speed. And I can't wait to get back there, because it's to me that was relaxing, because I could just zone out, not focus on anything, and just run. And so I'm glad. I just can't wait to get back to that point. And so I'm getting there, guys. So I'm pushing myself every day, because the more I feel like in my exercise routine, the more things get easier to me to do and complete, then that lets me know that I need to change something up. I need to push myself even more, because I don't want my body to go into this, oh, you can do this mode, and I not challenge it. And so basically that's all I'm doing. I try to challenge my body. When I get used to doing a certain routine or using a certain exercise machine, when it comes easy for me to finish or do, then I need to change it up. I need to step it up. I need to do something different. I need to challenge my body, so that way I can get my heart rate up and get that, get the blood flowing and stuff. And so that's just what I do. I don't know what you guys do in your routine. And actually, it'd be kind of interesting to know, what do you guys do in your routine when you work out? Do you do the same thing, or do you change it up? Just what do you do to keep yourself motivated to do another 15 minutes on the treadmill, or do another 10 minutes on the stair climber? What motivates you to keep going when you're in the gym, as opposed to doing 30 minutes and saying I'm done? Because I know I'm there about an hour and a half to 2 hours, every day when I go. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys. I mean, that's it. There's nothing else that's been happening. Things are going good. Can't wait. I'm officially on spring break. And I wish I didn't have work to do, but I actually do. I have a paper due, and I have a test when I get back the week after next. So I wish it was a complete spring break where I didn't have to do anything, but unfortunately, that's not the case. But anyways, that's all, guys. I have nothing else to say. That's it. So I guess I'll talk to you guys next week, and hopefully next week I'll have a little more stuff to discuss with you. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a fun, safe, happy, healthy, blessed weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye.